Hi, my name is Zara and I'm a manager at Starbucks Spalding. Today I'll be showing you around the store and talking to you about all the good and bad bits about working in a coffee shop. This is part of the YouTubio.uk 10-minute career guide.
YouTubio.uk.
The best thing about this store is the close tight-knit team that we have here. We're like a little family and we all get on really well.
So, the best part about working in a coffee shop is making the coffee. So, this is a bar area that has our lovely turbo chef oven where we cook all the delicious food. Basic tills, fridges, stocked up with a bunch of stuff. I mean, just the essentials that we really need on a day-to-day basis to make the array of drinks that we have to offer, I guess. So our bar area is split into the cold beverage station, which is over here, where we make all our frappuccinos and iced teas, iced drinks, and then our hot beverage station, which is over here. And this is obviously where we make all our coffees. We always have 2 coffee machines running. One of them has our normal fair trade espresso, which is what goes in pretty much all the drinks. And we also have one with the origin espresso, which changes during every promotion and is available upon request. If people want to try a different coffee blend, then they can do. We make it on that one.
The most important thing for working here are things like
Good customer service.
Yes.
Really caring about what you've got to do, because the whole Starbucks thing is that you give 110%. No matter what customers come in here, you can't do enough for them.
Yeah, it's just steaming and what size would you like it to be done? Not too small, if that helps. Yeah. Do you want a cappuccino in the same size, Mel?
Yeah, just as small.
Yeah. I'll bring over the cappuccino if you want to say it.
What day do you have to bring that back?
Oh, yeah, of course, don't worry. No, it's a bit hot, isn't it?
Is that Starbucks pays really well, but because our shops are franchised, we don't get Starbucks pay.
So franchise shops normally do have lower pay because they do focus more on the business side.
We can just say that we do get above minimum wage.
No, we definitely get above minimum wage, but it also depends on what level you're at. So if you're a barista, mostly it is minimum wage, but if you're a supervisor or a manager, there is a fixed rate that is higher than minimum wage.
Well, I've been in here before and I found it okay. So, it's a bit quieter. She goes where I tell her.
I just go where I'm told. Okay. Follow the leader.
You normally need flexibility. Most of our employees are like college students, so you need that flexibility. And normally when we employ someone, we give them a 6-hour contract. They normally do get more hours. They get between like 15 and 20, I would say.
12 to 15 if people can only really work weekends.
So yeah, that always varies, but obviously if you're a supervisor, you're contracted 18 hours. Most times you do get more than that, and then if you're a manager, you're contracted 40 hours, which is basically full-time work. Yeah, normally it's not the weekdays. You know, you have a break from school, everyone at work, no one's tax reasons, but it normally just pick up on the weekends. So, like how I became manager, it was more or less, once I started, I was quite quick at the job. I learnt everything quite quickly. I became a supervisor a month into the job. And then when the manager decided to leave in December, I was the most qualified for the job. I knew the store, I knew what needed to be done, and here I am. That's your second one for you, darling. Thank you. I would say you obviously need sort of basic English and math skills, which everyone has, or most people have, and you need to be 16. So, once again, most 16-year-olds are out of secondary school, have their GCSEs, which is perfectly fine. Are we showing the back? I mean, we can give a little peek. So this is our sort of back stockroom area, just basically where we keep all the excess stock that we don't need, and yeah, some waste, cardboard and stuff there. As well as the office, so most of my duties are back there. This is Alicia, she is my supervisor. She's basically, basically whenever I'm not in, one of the supervisors have to be in, because as displayed over here, this is a list of all of our first aiders, and there needs to be a first aid trained person on every shift. So if I'm not here, it'll be one of her or Mabel or Charlie. So the whole Starbucks itself has this initiative of making every moment right, and that's what we try and enforce, try and get people to make sure that you give 110% whenever you're serving someone. So even if it's like taking over drinks like we did before, I know it's not much, I know it's just sort of taking drinks over to someone, but it really does make a difference in terms of customer service. Lovely. It's so weird that you're filming. It's so different, we're not used to this in our store. First aiders, so supervisors and managers need to be first aid trained, and that's normally a course that Starbucks, they pay for, they send us off. It's the same with training courses, so supervisors and managers also get a training course, which is in London, in the Starbucks head office. It's really fun. It's also nice to go into central London, yeah, you sort of get sent there. You sort of do the courses, you obviously do your first aid course as well, and you get your promotion. Also in terms of working here, I've been here for 9 months as we've worked out, which isn't long, but it's long enough. Our store particularly, we don't have a lot of merchandise because it's just not popular, and from a business point of view, things that don't sell, we don't tend to order them. But we do offer things like pods for the machines that I believe it's an espresso machines that Starbucks do. So we've got pods of like different blends as well, and obviously an array of coffees. Those are all different blends. That one is what came out, I believe, last promotion, and the one from this promotion is over here. It's the Papa New Chicken Pancakes. And obviously we also offer some teas as well, and they're just like the same teas that we sell in the store, but just in boxes of 12. But yeah, and obviously food items. Once again, Today's a very quiet day. Weekdays are normally quieter for us, so we don't tend to order as much as we would during a weekend. But we still try and keep a variety of things, which we have. We have some breakfast items, some lunchtime items. My favourite is the salt beef bagel. That's my favourite product. Either that, or maybe these new mini cheese tomato toasties. They're new, they only came out like 2 weeks ago, and they're amazing. And obviously, once again, bakery items. It's not very stocked because it is a weekday, so we don't get many customers in, but we do offer a lot of sweet treats. Very high calorie, very not good for you, but actually good for you. But yeah, my favourite thing here, it would be the chocolate caramel shortbread. It gets a bit sickly, it is very sweet, but it's so nice to enjoy as a treat. Shall I prepare a coffee tasting?